Hello everybody, welcome back to Bad Bookers Podcast. My name is Jack, and today we are reviewing even Smackdown Live and 205 Live. I feel like I'm quite close to the camera today, I don't know why, it's always in the same position. We started off Smackdown Live with Mitb, like we usually do nowadays, and his guests today were the New Day, and we were, I guess, supposed to get a idea of which member of the New Day was going to be in Money in the Bank. We never got a pick, unfortunately. They said it was going to be me, all of them, like in a joking way. And what have I written down here? I didn't write too many notes on this. I just said, got no indication of who would be in the Money in the Bank. It then led to a match between Big E and The Miz. After Miz said that he could beat any one of them any given day, like he usually does. And they had an alright match. It was alright. A good start to SmackDown Live, I guess. It finished with the Bar coming out and attacking Xavier Woods and Kofi on the outside, which then distracted Big E, and it managed to get The Miz to do the skull crushing finale and pin Big E, which also led to next week. There's a match announced between the New Day and The Miz and the Bar. The Miz and the Bar always seem to team up at some points. Obviously they teamed up, what was it, 8 months ago now? Can't be 8 months, but they teamed up at TLC to face the makeshift Shield, didn't they? And yeah, I assume next week we might get some indication of who it would be. We all know it's probably going to be Big E. That's what the reports are saying. But it'd be good just for them to announce it and say, oh, it's going to be Big E. But we'll have to wait and see. After that, we had Lana versus Billie Kay, which, interestingly, they got Aiden English to come out and bring out Lana, which is weird because a couple of weeks ago, Lana was kind of insinuating to Rusev that they should get rid of Aiden English. I assume they just forgot about that, or it wasn't how we all thought it might be. Not too sure. But Aiden brought out Lana. Billie Kay came out with Peyton Royce. They did their shtick. Quite a good heel promo. They tried to like warm up to sing a song, made all the annoying like tuning up kind of sounds, and the crowd hated it. They booed the crap out of it. Quite good heel work, to be fair, and they're doing different promos now, which I like, instead of like the accents and the impersonations and whatnot. So that's all right. I'm happy with that. It was a really interesting match. It lasted all of a minute, 2 minutes, but when the bell rang, Aiden English even brought up a sign saying Lana Day on it, which it popped the crowd massively. They all chanted Lana Day. Peyton Royce got upset by it. I think she slapped Aiden English, I can't remember, but what's her name? Peyton Royce, that was it. Then got attacked by Lana. Lana threw her into the barricades. Billie Kay then threw Lana into the ring. Lana then hit what I assume was a matchka kick. And it looked quite similar to a matchka kick, so I assume it was. And then she did her finisher, which I believe Edge used to do it. Was it the Executor? Basically, when the person doing it lands on their ass with their legs spread, and I'm guessing you know what I mean. That was a finisher. 1, 2, 3. Lana is going to Money in the Bank, as that was a qualifier. Just massively. Rusev, Lana, Aiden English, massively over, as we all know. And interestingly, it was a face promo from Aiden, and obviously they were facing a heel in Billie Kay. So that indicates to me that they're faces now. I don't know. I hope that they need to be faces. They've been faces for weeks, just doing heel promos. So I assume that means that, or maybe Lana's just the face and Rusev's. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But Lana's going Money in the Bank, and yeah, another woman in the Money in the Bank. So that's cool. We then had Almas versus another jobber. There wasn't a promo from Selena Vega this time. It was just, I wouldn't say squash match because the jobber got a bit of offense in, but Almas won, and we swiftly moved on. So 2 short matches back to back. Interesting. We then had the face-off between AJ Styles and Nakamura was going to announce his stipulation for Money in the Bank. It was quite a good back and forth between Nax and AJ, and Nakamura joked that it was going to be a pillow fight and all that, and it was funny. It made me laugh, and it ended up in the brawl. They went into the crowd. They brawled into the crowd. They trashed the announce table. They didn't go through it, but they trashed it. Shinsuke hit Kinshasa on AJ Styles and then counted to 10. He then jumped onto the announce table and announced that their match at Money in the Bank will be a last man standing match. Now, I put on Twitter that if this was the go home show, we've seen AJ Styles be counted to 10 unofficially, but we've seen AJ Styles be counted to 10. So if it was a go home show, I would guarantee that AJ Styles would have won. Considering it's not, you would still think that AJ's going to win. That Shinsuke's going to win even. Hopefully, because if he doesn't win, he looks like a bit of an idiot. And I can't remember how many title shots he's had now. 5? So I think Money in the Bank's going to be a 6th. Obviously, he's lost 5, kind of. He hasn't won 5, basically. But yeah, he needs to win this one just to make sure he doesn't kind of like lose any. Don't know what the word is, but just not to make himself look like an idiot. I've moved. We had a sorry, my thing's buffering. I don't know why. I'm connected to the internet still. Hello. I'm going to carry on. There's a big circle going around, so I assume it's all right. We then had the Usos versus the Club in a tag team match to determine who's going to face the Bludgeon Brothers at Money in the Bank. They both got jobber entrances. Now, they got redeemed a little bit because they did, the Club and Usos did a promo before they had the match, but I put this on Twitter. I said the Revival, the Usos and the Club could all be up there as the best tag teams in the world. They've all been given jobber entrances in the past 2 weeks. Don't know what's going on, but they had an alright match, and the Club beats the Usos, so that's good. We're not going to see the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers again. We're going to see the Club, I assume, lose to the Bludgeon Brothers. You can't have them be beaten this soon after WrestleMania. But yeah, Club versus Bludgeon Brothers makes the Club gain a bit of momentum again after just not being there for weeks. But yeah, I'd like to see what happens there. We then had Naomi versus Sonya Deville in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Sonya's second chance. Naomi won that. And I was looking at the Money in the Bank, women's Money in the Bank, and it's very, very face heavy. So that would suggest to me that a heel is going to win the Raw gauntlet match, that's the word, next week. So I'm assuming, I'm trying to think who's in that. The only heel that I can think are the Riot Squad, so I assume that Ruby Riot's going to win. Who else? Sasha Banks if she turns ill, but what's the point? I can't think who else is in there at the moment. Not off the top of my head. Can't think. it's going to annoy me now, so I'm going to have to think. We have Bailey, Sasha, we have the Riot Squad, Bailey, Sasha, Dana Brooke. There was one more. Who's that last one? Who is that last one? Mickie James. So it's either going to be Mickie James or Ruby Riott. So I think it's going to be Ruby Riott, unless they. I'm gonna root for Ruby Riott to win that anyway. It might be Mickie James. It can have a Mickie James, Alexa Bliss little thing in there. Whatever. Don't know. I hope it's Ruby Riott anyway. We then had the main event of the first time ever as they kept on saying, Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan, to see who will face Samoa Joe next week for the qualifier for the Money in the Bank. Decent match. Daniel Bryan won. We are going to see Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe on free TV in the WWE. Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan. Their last match was 2006 and in Ring of Honor, I think it was. We're going to see it live on free TV in 2018. Incredible. I can't wait to see that. Hopefully it's a really good match. I know those two can just perform miracles when they're in the ring together. Even when they're not in the ring together, they can perform miracles. But that is SmackDown Live. So we got no news on which New Day member's going to go in. We got Lana and Naomi going into Money in the Bank in the women's side. Last man standing match for the Nakamura AJ match. The Club are facing the Bludgeon Brothers at Money in the Bank. And Daniel Bryan's facing Samoa Joe next week for the last spot in the men's Money in the Bank. So much progress going in on the Money in the Bank. So great, fantastic. Moving on to 205 Live. Going to keep this one short. So we had Drew Gulak beat Gran Metalik he made him tap out. Decent match. TJP versus a jobber. I think his name was Christopher Guy. Not seen him before in 205 Live, I don't think. TJP won that. And Hideo Itami beats Tozawa in it was a decent match. It was a good match. But I can't help but thinking, if it was 2 years ago, it would have been a better match, in my opinion. It's just a shame what's happened to Itami with his injuries in NXT, how he just hasn't reached that full potential. But it was still a good match. It was still a very good match. Hello, Sophie, you're right. But yeah, that was SmackDown 205. Money in the Bank. Great progress. It was a very good match between Itami and Tozawa, but could have been better. It could have been better. I shall leave it there. If you want to leave a comment, any questions from Raw and SmackDown, we're going to record the podcast tonight. I think it's tonight. Any questions, leave them down below or tweet us at BadBookersWP. Like, subscribe if you'll be so good to us. Don't think there's any other admin. So I shall love you and leave you, and I shall see you again soon. Thank you and goodbye.